Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Hunt, and in this video you'll see how I managed to recovery trade from being down 82 pips to plus 29 pips, giving me 1.02% gain on my capital for the day. If you'd like to find out more about the way that we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, you can go to my website, which is www.uk2asia.com. You can follow me on Twitter at uk2asia, or you can click on subscribe and get the heads up as I post these videos showing me live trading. Okay, that being said, I'll move on and you can see the live trading that I took this afternoon. Okay, onto the charts, and the first look through these. The Euro US dollar, not doing anything at all at the moment, just going sideways. Euro Japanese yen, nothing there. Pound US dollar, nothing. Some big moves there, big spikes as well. Oh, there was a news event out earlier, wasn't there? So anyway, this is the New York session, by the way, just before we're 45 minutes before the New York Stock Exchange opens. And so I'm going to trade the New York session this afternoon. Australian dollar, US dollar, nothing there. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, no. US dollar, Japanese yen, not at the moment. US dollar, Canadian dollar, on this last candle, I checked this out and I've actually taken a trade on this. I've taken this short looking for further downside movement. So actually in the US dollar, Canadian dollar from 81. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, interested in that as well, but I've got a pending order placed on that, just see what that does. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar, I'll be looking to get an entry off of this as well. I'll place a pending order on this as well shortly. Okay, I'll pause for now and I shall be back soon if there's any changes to report. Back with an update at a couple of minutes to 2 here in London. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. US dollar, Canadian dollar starting to move down quite nicely, that first trade that I took. Since then, my order's been taken on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, looking for further upside movement on this. I took this a little while ago. So they're the only 2 trades I'm in at the moment. I'll pause again. I've got a few pending orders placed. If they take, I shall come back and give you an update on those. Okay, back again with an update. The time is just 2:30 PM in London. So New York Stock Exchange just opened, and going to run through these trades I've got now. I've got 4 trades open at the moment. Taking the US dollar, Japanese yen, looking for further upside movement on this. US dollar, Canadian dollar, taking this short and looking for further downside movement. Not much happening at the moment. Price just going sideways over the last 4 candles. Not too much happening at all. And the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, I've taken this long, looking for further upside movement. So, and the New Zealand dollar, almost forgot. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, took this one long a little while ago, looking for further upside movement. That's the 4 trades that I'm in at the moment. US dollar, Japanese yen, US dollar, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, and the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So, I'll pause again and I shall be back if there's any changes. If I take any more trades or if any of these start to move, I'll be back with an update. Back with an update, we're seeing some indecisive moves at the moment, nothing very clear right now. So taken 3 stops at the moment. Well, sorry, I've taken 2 stops and I've punched out of 1 trade, but I'll run through those quickly. Okay, first trade, I'm still in this, or I've taken this EU since I last did an update. Took the Euro US dollar short, looking for further downside movement, and it looks like it's starting to power up a little bit now, pushing through. The Australian dollar, US dollar, holding this, took this as it came through one of our entry points, looking for further downside movement. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I took this as it came through one of our entry points and it pulled back and I had to punch out of that, so I've lost 2 pips on the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. The US dollar, Japanese yen, this was one I took long, looking for further upside movement. That pulled back and I took a full stop on that, losing 10 pips. The US dollar CAD, I'm still holding that. Just looks like that US dollar strength's kicking in now and very close to stopping me out. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, this was one I took earlier on. I was looking for upside movement on this, further upside movement, and price since then has pulled back and stopped me out. That was 12 pips I lost on the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, still holding that, but it's below where I got in and it's just hovering around now. Seems like it's being held up by that previous day's high at the moment. So we'll see what that does anyway. If it takes a full stop, it takes a full stop. There's nothing I can do about it. Just have to go with it. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back if there's any changes. And back again, as I was doing that last update, I've taken this, or my order was taken on this Euro Japanese yen as it came through our entry point. So that's another pair that I've taken, looking for further downside movement on this, looking for that Euro weakness, which we're seeing right now. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back soon. Back again, I've just taken a trade, a re-entry trade on this US dollar Canadian dollar, saw this come through our re-entry level. And looking for further downside movement on this, taking it short. The only other trade that I'm holding right now is the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. You can see the price is starting to pull back, bounced off of that previous day's low, that previous day's high, that blue tracer line there, bounced off of that, and it's heading back up towards the point where I got in. So looking for that to move further up towards that, break through the day's high here, and up towards this 20 level and see what happens there. So that's it, just two trades held at the moment, and I'm down 10, 20, 30, 40, 47 pips. I'm down 47 pips at the moment. So I shall pause again and I'll be back very soon. Back again with an update, as we might be seeing price shifting around again and might be seeing some price action taking off very shortly. And I was saying that it's starting to pull back again. Real messy, real sideways price action at the moment, but it's just what we have to accept and work with and see if we can take advantage of any of the moves that might come out of it. Okay, so US dollar, Canadian dollar, still holding this, no change there. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, I've taken a re-entry on this after taking a stop earlier on, losing a few pips. I've taken a re-entry on that at 80, looking for further upside movement, and I'm still holding the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We can see after that big pullback here down to the previous day's high, just bounced off of that and now it's moving back up again. So as I say, looking for further upside movement on New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I shall pause again and be back very soon if there's any price action. I've just taken one more trade. This one's on the pound US dollar. Saw it break one of our levels. Taking this short, looking for further downside movement, although this one's sucking back a little bit at the moment. So I am holding at the moment, let's go through these quickly. Pound US dollar, holding this, looking for further downside movement. US dollar, Canadian dollar, still holding this. The Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, looking for further upside movement on that, not doing much at all. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar, another one going sideways. So that's the four trades that I'm holding at the moment. Just hanging in there and seeing if we see any of this price action picking up at all. Just moving into the London close, it's just gone 4 PM here in the UK, and we sometimes see price action picking up during this hour between now and 5 PM. So just hanging in there and seeing what happens. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back soon. Okay, back again as we've seen price reverse on a lot of these pairs. 3 more stops taken. The New Zealand dollar, US dollar, you can see the way this price is reversed here, giving me a full stop of 10 pips. The Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, again, full reversal here, knocking me out for 12 pips. And the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we can see that US dollar strength is really kicking in now, and the Canadian dollar weakness, pushing that price up. That knocked me out for 10 pips too. So at the moment I'm down 82 pips, and I'm holding. Let's run through these trades quickly. The Euro US dollar, I took this one as it came through one of our entry points. Criteria was hit and I've jumped on board this one. So looking for further downside movement on the Euro US dollar. The Euro Japanese yen, you can see I'm back in at that 0-0 point there. Took a re-entry there as it came through the 0-0 level. Pound US dollar, I took this again as price came through. This was a re-entry. After that I got stopped out. No, sorry, I punched out on this. Got into this trade, price pulled back, I punched out. Since then I've seen price come through one of the levels that I can take a re-entry at. So I'm back in the pound US dollar looking for further downside movement. The Australian dollar, US dollar, you can see I've re-entered that at one of our entry levels. Looking for this US dollar move down now, looking for the US dollar strength to push these prices down. And that is it. That's where I am at the moment. So I'm holding at the moment the Euro US dollar. Let's just check these again. Euro US dollar, holding that short. Euro Japanese yen, holding that one short. Pound US dollar, Looking for further downside movement now. Australian dollar, US dollar, that's moving down, and that's it. Just holding those 4 trades right now. Okay, I shall pause again and I'll be back very soon. Back again with another update. We're seeing this strength on the US dollar starting to pull some moves through, coming into the close of the London now. So just run through these quickly. The euro, US dollar, you can see that this is pushing down now. It's been through that 50 level. Looking for this to continue and see that US dollar strength bring this down towards that 20, which is where I've got my take profit at the moment. The euro Japanese yen, again, this is being pulled down, that euro being pulled down by the US dollar. It's possibly pulling down the euro here. Don't really think there's a lot happening with the Japanese yen right now. So euro Japanese yen, looking for this to come through this 80, and if it does, hopefully that euro weakness might bring this down to that 50 level, but I'll be keeping an eye on this one. The pound US dollar coming down nicely again with that US dollar strength, pulling that down, looking for it to break this day's low and then down to the take profit, which is down near 20, just above, slightly above 20. Australian dollar US dollar is the last of these pairs. Again, that US dollar pushing this down nicely, and took this at 50, looking for it to come down through that 20 level there. So that's it, the 4 trades that I'm in at the moment. I shall pause again and I'll be back very soon. Hopefully we're getting close to time when I can get out of these trades and finish for the day. Can't see myself taking much profit today, but it'd be nice to get back to break even, or even take back some of the pips that I've lost. Like I say, I'm 82 pips down at the moment, but I'm holding some good solid trades which are showing good profits. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back soon. Okay, back again. We're seeing this US dollar strength continuing. Just going to run through these pairs that I'm holding now. So the euro US dollar still moving down, and I've locked in plus 8 pips on that, so I'm on a 1-to-1 risk to reward on that. Euro Japanese yen, I've locked in 5 pips on this, and that's moving down. I've got my take profit set down there at 80, so just looking for that final little push to be able to take profit on that one. The pound US dollar came tearing through. I had a take profit set down at the 20 level, and it came tearing through that, and so I managed to take plus 27 pips on the pound US dollar. The Australian dollar US dollar, with this one I've locked in 5 pips, looking for this to continue down towards that 20. I'm just going to follow this down now with the price top and see what we can get out of this. So it's all built around the US dollar at the moment, so let's see what these pairs do. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back very soon. Back with another update. It's getting a little late here now. It's 7 minutes past 6 in London. You can see that the US dollar Japanese yen has hit my take profit up at 20 level, so that's given me another 20 pips. Just going to quickly run through these other pairs that I'm still holding. So the euro US dollar, seeing this move down now, this is what I wanted to see. Held for a while here, but there was no reason why this shouldn't happen. It looked like it was holding there, and there was every chance of it doing what it's doing right now. So euro US dollar, got my take profit down at 20 on that. But I'm going to reassess in a minute, have a look at what I've got. I'm pretty sure, in fact I'm pretty certain that I've won back all the pips that I lost earlier, so I just need to see what's going on there and how many pips I'm up. Let's see what else we're in. The GU, you can see that's very, very close to taking profit. Got my take profit down at 0.00 there, so looking for that to just do that, give that final burst and push into that take profit on the GU. And the Australian dollar, US dollar is the last of the pairs. You can see that's getting very, very close. Got pips locked in on all of these now. So we're getting very close to taking profit on all of these. Okay, I'll pause and I should be back in a minute with the final results. Back again and finished for the day. I punched out of those final trades that I had running. The US dollar really saved the day for me today. Seeing that strength on the US dollar allowed me to pull back and get back into profit. So what I've done, rather than marking up the charts, there were so many trades today, so many, I decided to just do a picture of my trading journal, which I fill in as I'm taking each trade. I mean, if you go to my Twitter account, which is at UK to Asia, you'll see all of these trades that I've taken as I've gone through, as you can on the video. But this is my trading journal, and I just fill these in as I take profit or get stopped out or punch out. So winning and losing trades are always listed on at the bottom of my trading journal. So you can see I had 11 losing trades that equated to minus 82 pips, and just 6 winning trades equated to 111 pips positive, leaving me with plus 29 pips, and that equates to plus 1.02% on my capital. Small amount because of all the charges today. Obviously there's a lot of commissions to be paid to the broker because there's so many trades, but I've still come out profitable, 1.02%, and that's not bad for one session. So I'll finish this off now. If you enjoy these videos and you get something from them, please remember to subscribe. You should see a subscribe button down here somewhere. Click on subscribe, click on the little bell, and that will give you a notification as and when I post new videos. You can follow me on Twitter at UK to Asia, or if you'd like to find out more about how we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, you can find out more from my website, which is www.uktoasia.com, and there's links on there where you can find out the basics of what we do at the Price Action Traders Institute. You find out about Kim Krompus, who runs it, and you can find out how to join. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I shall be back soon, hopefully with another video for you. Thanks very much.